Morning everybody. Today I'm going to tell you a story from the Old Testament, which are the very first books in the Bible. Normally I read from the New Testament, which are the later ones when Jesus was alive. Now these stories make up part of the Bible. It's very traditional and it's the foundation part of the Bible. So today's story is about a man who was called Abram. One day the Lord came to Abram and Abram asked, "Who will have my things when I die?" God promised Abram and his wife Sarai that one day they would be parents, even though they were very old and had no children. God wasn't sure that Abram understood. So that night he took him outside and said, "Do you see all the stars that are in the sky?" When Abram looked up, the whole night sky was full of stars. So many, in fact, that he would never be able to count them. Then God said, "That is how many children you will have." Quite a few years later, when Abram was 99 years old, yes, 99, the Lord decided to change Abram's name to Abraham, which means father of many. He also changed Sarai's name to Sarah. God told them again that they would be parents and that they would have a boy. This time Abraham laughed so hard he fell on his face. It was hard to believe that he and Sarah would have a child in their old age. One day 3 visitors came to Abraham's house. He hurried to meet them. "May I get you something to eat and drink?" Abraham asked. "Please come in and join us and have a rest on the couch." The visitors agreed, so Abraham brought them some fresh food and drink. While the visitors were eating, they asked Abraham, "Where is your wife Sarah?" Abraham thought this was a very strange question, but he replied, "She's in the other room." Then one of the men spoke and said, "I will come back and to see you this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Now it was Sarah's chance to start laughing because she'd been listening at the door. She started to laugh but had to cover her mouth because she didn't want to be heard. Then she said to herself, "How can I have a child? I'm almost 100 years old." Later, when the visitors had left, Abraham and Sarah realised that the man who had told them this was indeed God. A year later, Sarah did have a son. She and Abraham named him Isaac, which means he laughs. They were very excited and remembered to thank God for Isaac. That's quite a story, isn't it? Fancy being told you're going to have a baby when you're so old. But they'd wanted children for such a long time, and God made his promise and he kept it. Now, I need you to go off and to get some craft things, because I thought we could make a little family of stars of our own. So go and get some nice coloured paper, some yellow paper or white paper to make some stars, some scissors, a bit of glue, and let's see what we can make. Thanks, bye. Hello everybody. Do you remember I was telling you our story today about how God showed Abraham all the stars in the sky, and he assured Abraham that he would have a family, and all those stars represented his family? I got to thinking about that, and I like to think of some of my family being stars because they've done some wonderful things to me as I've grown up and even when I've had my own daughter. So what I thought we would do is just show everyone how much we love them. So first of all, you need my favourite thing, a paper plate. On the paper plate, I want you to write the words, "Dear God, thank you for our family. Keep us all safe at this time. Amen." Okay, and then for the edge of the plate, I've done it a bit sort of sparkly with some gold and some orange to make it stand out. Now, the next thing we need to do is, if you've got some yellow paper, if not white paper, which you then colour in. Now you might need a grown up to help you, but I've drawn a template for 2 types of stars. You can use whatever you like. You can do big ones or little ones, it doesn't matter. So this one's quite easy. You draw a triangle up that way and then you draw a triangle down that way, okay? If you can't do it, draw one triangle, turn your paper around and then draw another one. This one's a little more tricky. This one's all about letting your pen work across the page, okay? And it does take a bit of practice, but actually once you've got it, it can make a very different star, because this one's got 6 points and this one's only got 5. Once you've done that, I need you to cut out as many stars as you have for your family. Now, your family might just be your little family in your house, or it might be your family plus your grandparents, plus your aunties, plus your uncles. It's entirely up to you. You do whatever you like, okay? And the idea is that we cut out or make a star for every single member of the family you want to think about. So here's on my paper plate. So what I've done is I've put my husband Mick, so he goes up on my plate there, look. Okay, so there's Mick, and then there's me. So that's it, there's Mick and I. Oops, that one's fallen off. Sorry about that, folks. And then the next one on my list is our daughter, who is, is Katie. Okay, so we then went and had a daughter, Katie. All right, there we are. And then she went and married a man called Will. There you go. So there's Mick and I, Katie and her husband Will. And I'm very lucky to say they've just had a little baby and her name is Hetty. There you go. So that's my stars on my family. And I've just included my immediate family because I've got a large family and I don't think I've got a paper plate big enough. Have a lovely week. Enjoy yourself and glitter it up if you want to. It doesn't matter. Take care. Bye bye.